All right, good morning, guys. Time is 0300, 24th of January. So, a couple of days now since the inauguration of pedo Biden and Heels Harris, and the world still hasn't fallen apart with the with everything that was being said on both sides and this and that. Now, if you're out in Portland, Oregon, uh, might be a little different. Just got done watching some video live feed from out there, and protesters are clashing verbally with ICE out there. And I heard in San Francisco for Saturday there was 2 riots out there as well. It was interesting listening to the rioters in Portland yelling about a civil war and, everybody's a fascist and this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, your side is the one that's banning books and opposing views that you don't like. That was, Hitler, Mao, Stalin, Mussolini, the Un family, Cadet Castro, Fidel there. I mean, you look at fascism, socialism, and communism. That's where it all started. Get the masses all rallied behind, ban the stuff that you don't want, and destroy your history. And there you go. We're in a shit world or shithole country. But anyhow, so yes, just keep an eye. I'm shaking the camera, sorry. Keep an eye out when you guys are out moving around. Definitely. I just saw another video where some protesters were beating a guy. I don't know if they were protesting, but anyways, there was a group of them. They beat a guy, stole his shoes, took his pants. Onlookers just walked by. I'm like, you could stop this. If you're by yourself, I understand you don't want to mix it up with 5 or 6 people. I get that. That's just a recipe to get seriously hurt, if not killed. But if there's 20 or 30 of you, and you're watching 5 or 6 shitheads, beating one person, your odds are in your favor. Of course, tread lightly because you don't know who's got what anymore. The other thing, massive sinkhole in Malaysia the other day, and a 6.5 earthquake in China. Guys, that's the Pacific Rim of Fire there. That's the very volcanic, the Ring of Fire is what they call it. Lots going on there. Something to keep an eye on. I noticed here in the United States we had a couple of earthquakes as far in as Texas. So, anyhow, just keep an eye on that. I know in China they got like 1,600 casualties from that. And then in Los Angeles, a possible bombing at a controversial church in LA. This church is anti-gay, has anti-gay standards or sentiments. And this was just an hour ago on the news, they homemade explosive they believed was used to bomb the church. So that's what's going on in the news. So prepping. I'm an old school kind of guy. I believe every weapon should have a flashlight. As you can see, I got my Surefire here. This is actually my second one. This is a replacement from Surefire themselves. I had one of the original of these that came out like 20 years ago. All right. Sent it in to get some maintenance done because the bulb was burning out, believe it or not. And they sent me a brand new one. So like I said, I'm an old school guy. I believe your weapon, your home weapon, should have a good set of irons, a weapon light, and spare parts. Red dot, scope, those things can break. So can flashlights. But, I'm going to say, I don't know which state you're all in, but illuminating a target, if you have to go to court, because you use your pew-pew in self-defense, and it's dark, it makes a lot more, it's easier to explain that, yeah, I was shooting in a safe direction at the bad guy, because I was able to illuminate what was behind him as well. And this thing is bright. So, anyways, guys, continue prepping, get your medical stuff together, get your food. And it's just not about the government crap. It's about natural disasters. Coming from a guy that worked for the government, I'm going to tell you right now. FEMA, all that, anybody that's been through any of that kind of stuff, you're treated like cattle, you're treated like shit, for the most part. If you can take care of yourself, you're better off. 911 isn't going to come right away when there is 1,000 other callers in front of you. It's better to handle the little things while you can at home. If you're hungry, be able to feed yourself, get your propane tanks, get your charcoal, get that kind of stuff ready to go. So therefore you can cook, warm up water, whatever, rehydrate your food. But don't rely on anybody but yourself to get you through a crisis. And get yourself a decent weapon light. All right, guys, have a good night.